Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning tea. I'm your girl, Alex Schiffman, and joining me again is in beautiful purple lipstick, Miss Monty Bolanos. Hello, Monty. Welcome back.
Hey girl, how are you on this Wednesday? What Wesley say Wednesday? I'm just excited to be here. It's so much brighter today. I feel like this whole week it was really gloomy when we started. Now it's like bright, a new day, hopefully a new, here in the US, all the new stuff, hopefully.
Yes. How was your Tuesday night, election night? I know all of us were just on the couch watching our screens, waiting for an answer, but we still have no answer. So we do have celebrity tea to spill. So that, of course, is the gift that keeps on giving. You know what I mean?
Seriously. Thank goodness. There was nothing on TV, so I went to bed really early because I just really didn't want to look at the television anymore. So I went to sleep at like 9:30. I fell asleep to Superstore. I woke up, I was like, okay, I feel rested today, which I never do because I'm a night owl. So I like to stay up late.
I do know that, Monsi. You know what I watched yesterday? Because I told you I the election news with some fun, and I felt like something happy, just entertaining. I watched something called The Holly on Netflix. It's with Emma Roberts, Kristen Chenoweth is in it. It's like, how Netflix does that thing where they have the 1 through 10, like the things in the US right now. So it was like number 2. I was like, okay, can't go wrong. And I watched it. I mean, it did the trick. It entertained me. It was cute. Basically, the premise is like, the holidays are annoying. When you go home, you see the family. If you're a single person, because everyone's asking, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Everyone's always worried about everyone else's romantic life. And so
Yeah.
basically, they find this holiday where they just have this, understanding that they're going to be each other's date to every holiday for the rest of the year. It's really, really cute.
How fun! It reminds me a little bit of that movie with Salma Hayek and Matthew Perry, Fools Rush In, where they're like, yeah, sounds totally up my alley, but just, related to the holidays, which holidays are stressful. And even if you have like good holidays, you're still stressed. Why is that? Like my mom stresses so much during the holidays. I'm like, mommy, nobody cares. Nobody cares if this is blue or dark blue. Nobody, okay?
No, but our parents want to make it so special for everyone, and I get it. It's stressful. Tiny Media says holiday. I watched that yesterday, Alex. Yeah, did you like it? I mean, you know, B plus. It did make me happy. I laughed. I enjoy Emma Roberts, and so I like seeing them in it. It was funny. It was cute. But of course, we have a lot of tea to spill today, Monty. Of course, Lizzo is showing some skin in an Instagram pose. Let me tell you what we have on the show today, because that is very on brand for Lizzo. Plus, Sean and Camila are taking a big step in their relationship. Erica Jane announces her divorce, and Miley Cyrus is shutting down fan rumors about beef she has with other celebs. In the world of music, we have a new track from BTS to talk about, and Lana Del Rey is showing off her vocal skills in anticipation of a new documentary she's recording for. We're also sneaking over the Kar Jenner gates to bring you some tea on Rob Kardashian as a dad, Rain Disick becoming Kim's favorite nephew, and Kylie Jenner showing off her favorite nanny, and it's not who you think it is, T-Tribe. And finally, for our own story of the day, we're talking about Kanye West's failed presidential bid. And the next one, he's already preparing us for. So I guess we have something to look forward to in 4 years if you're going to vote for Kanye. But there is a lot of tea to spill. Monsi, this is some good tea this morning, don't you think?
Yes, exactly. I'm glad that it's, like you said, the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Tea Tribe, if you're just joining us, you know how this works. Let us know in the chat. Where are you watching the show from this morning? Of course, we know the morning tea goes international, and I love hearing all the places you're watching from, especially if you're watching from the beach, because I know we have some Tea Tribe members in the Bahamas, and every time I see them in the chat, I get super jealous. I don't know about you, Monsi, but I've never been to the Bahamas, and it's on my bucket list.
I've been to the Bahamas on a cruise that took me through the Bahamas. And so I spent like 2 days in one on a private island and then really in the Bahamas. So I've been there, but through a cruise. So it's a little different, you know. I would like to go back. Yeah.
Yes. What did you do there? Where else did you go on the cruise?
It was like a private island, and then we went literally to the main area in the Bahamas where the Atlantis Resort is, which is beautiful. Yeah, but we were only there for a day, so we went to Atlantis, drove around it, saw it, and we almost went in because you could go for like a couple of hours. You don't necessarily have to stay there. But you know, with like cruise ships, you're like, you don't want to miss your cruise leaving, so we didn't go in, but it's beautiful. Beautiful. And then like the like normal, not touristy parts of the Bahamas reminded me of like Venice Beach. Like when we just kind of were like going through the area, very Venice Beach, except there's like liquor everywhere. You could just literally walk to the shack and get like a cocktail that will mess you up after one. You know what I'm saying?
I know about that. I mean, but that's what should happen while you're at the Bahamas. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if you're in the Bahamas, you should be relaxing, drinking, tanning on the beach, you know, doing whatever you need to do to just chill, because that's what it's there for, right?
That's all I did. Literally, that's all I did. Because you're right. What else am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? But it's like Venice Beach mixed with like Rodeo Drive, because they have all these like super fancy stores. That's like it was insane. Yeah, it's crazy. So you gotta go. Recommend it. Go for it. Go check it out.
Love it. I know. I definitely have to go once we are, you know, allowed to travel again, and it's safer. I will definitely check that out. Jess and Josh Wyatt are saying hello from Indiana. Tal is joining us from Israel. Hello, Tal. That cuter simmers coming from Jacksonville. Lorian is saying not in the Bahamas, but she is in Buffalo, New York. I mean, basically the same thing, right, Monsi?
Basically.
Yes. Tiny Media says, no need to brag, but I am from the Bahamas. So it is. I knew we had one Tea Tribe member, so that's pretty cool. Can you imagine if you could say you're from the Bahamas? That's so great.
I would say it, Tiny Media, say it every chance you get. Tell everybody you're from the Bahamas. Like, what are you talking about? Make us jealous, make people want to be there. I would tell everyone and their mom I'm from the Bahamas.
Totally. Kim says they call you the Bahama Mama everywhere you go. LOL. Is that true? Do people call you the Bahama Mama when you go?
Girl, maybe, but I told you, all I did was like drink and like have a good time. So I do remember everyone trying to sell me cigars as I was like walking. They'd be like, "Hey, I got Cubans right here," and it's like, "Oh no, I don't smoke cigars, sir." But thank you for looking out for me.
I love it. Brittany is saying, ooh, Monty, the lipstick is a yes, so fun. Brittany is loving your purple lipstick. Where's that lipstick from, Monty?
This is Smashbox, and it's called Some Nerve. And I gotta tell you, Smashbox is a cruelty-free brand, which you know I'm all about the animals. So Smashbox is good, because there's a lot of brands that are not, and they lie to you. They word it and tell you they're cruelty-free, like MAC. I hate to break it to you guys, MAC is not cruelty-free. Even though they word it like they are, they're not. So Smashbox is. That's why, good one. It stays on. It's great. Try it out.
Love it, love it. All right, Monsi, I think it's about that time to spill all this tea today on our What Wesley Say Wednesday. Can't wait to hear what Wesley has to say about this stuff. So let's cheers, because we have a lot to talk about. Cheers. I love how you're still celebrating Halloween with your mug.
Well, you know, I think don't you think it's very, like, it's a pumpkin more for, like, November and fall?
Thanksgiving's coming up. We're still good. We're still good. We're in the perimeters. of pumpkins.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
not
thing.
gonna bust. Yeah, I'm not gonna bust out my Christmas mug, Alex. I'm not gonna be the Jonas Brothers. I'm gonna
Good.
stick with my November mug.
No, I get it. I mean, even watching Holiday yesterday, I had some like internal struggles on whether, emotionally I was ready to enter the Christmas movies. And then I thought, it's a hard day. Give us a break. And let's just turn on a Christmas movie. So that's what I did. All right.
I love it.
Well, let's get into You Missed It. These are all the stories you may have missed overnight. Don't worry, we handle all the trending tea for you. And first up, we're talking about Miss Lizzo, who had one final thing to say on Election Day yesterday to try and get out the vote. Posting to her Instagram, Lizzo showed off this very revealing photo of herself, totally nude, except for an American flag draped strategically over her body. Lizzo had a lot to say in the caption, including, quote, "We the people, all the people deserve it. Today's the last day to vote. Stay in line, stay determined, and thank you for voting." So Lizzo seemed to be able to combine her two biggest things with this photo, getting out the vote and, of course, body positivity. What did you make of the photo, Monty and T-Tribe? Do you think Lizzo is trying to send out, a message that accepting who you are as well?
Yes, girl. Like Lizzo cracks me up because I believe that she truly is so in love with herself. And I love that. You know how like people in the spotlight have a platform and obviously you always want to spread body positivity and to love yourself. But some people, I believe, say it just to say it because they think they should say it. I don't take it like that from Lizzo. You know what I mean? It's like, no, this girl legitimately is so in love with herself. And I wish we all were in love with ourselves like that we were just so comfortable in our own body. I love her just because I've never believed somebody about body positivity the way I believe Lizzo.
Right. I don't know if you saw, Lizzo has an episode on David Letterman's special on Netflix. My guest needs no introduction. I know we spoke about Kim Kardashian before, but you got to check out the Lizzo episode because everything you just said is, expressed on the episode. Lizzo is so confident and I admire her about there and I believe her. You know what I mean? Just like you said, when she talks about body positivity, you believe her and you want to support her. And I saw this photo and I appreciate it. And of course, I chuckled because Lizzo just does that to me. Anytime she posts something on social media, I laugh out loud because I just look at it and I'm like, yes, girl, like you do you. You don't care about anything. And I absolutely love it. So shout out to Lizzo. She does it right.
She does do it right. And it's like, you just said the word confidence and it's more than confidence because like, I think a lot of people are confident. She is like on another level. Like, even the most confident people will have those days and those moments where you just don't feel it. I don't know if she ever doesn't feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, she even said in this documentary, I'm giving a little spoiler, but she said that, her music is about being positive. So anything she talks about, if she puts a positive spin to it because that's the music and that is the message she wants to promote. So I'm sure there are days, Lizzo is human, but I also think that she turns the day around and she makes it positive, just like she said.
Right.
I want to shout out Karina in the chat saying, Lizzo's too much, gotta love her. Nicole says she says it with her whole chest. Yes, queen. Tiny Media says Lizzo is being Lizzo, love her. Kay is saying Lizzo is a queen. She is so proud of who she is. Yeah, she's just great. And I love that she did that. But let's get into this next news because Camila fans out there have some explaining to do after a recent post by Shawn Mendes has shown that he and Camila have the next step in their relationship. So posting to his Instagram account, Shawn showed off the newest addition to the couple's family, a puppy named Tarzan. Now, this adds to the growing pack of hounds, with Camila already having 2 dogs and Shawn having a giant German Shepherd himself. It's not a baby and it's not a ring, but a puppy is a big step. Just as history goes in a lot of relationships, before they take that next step to have a baby, they get a puppy because they want that desire to take care of something together. Do you think this will shut down the haters, or do you think it's just, another day, another social media post, and people will move on?
So I think that it might shut down some haters, but I do think that a lot of the people who really do not believe that they're in a real relationship, this isn't going to fly for them either. I think they're stuck in their ways. I love them. I think they're super cute. And getting a dog together is no joke. If they break up, this is like not, you don't get like custody half on the weekends, half this. It's like one person takes the dog and that's it. So this is like a really big commitment, and I think it's super cute. They obviously got a dog that's a little bit bigger to play with Sean's dog, because her dogs are so little that the German Shepherd can't really play, I bet. So, they did it to really maybe complete their little fur family, which is so cute. Any dog is adorable, and especially a golden retriever or a lab, whatever it was, so stinking cute. And Tarzan, oh, so cute.
Oh, my God. I mean, the name is adorable. Let's talk about that dog, because I don't know where they found that dog, but that video, those are some of my puppy videos are my favorite videos. But when the dog brings its nose to the screen, and I just absolutely loved that. And it's really cute that they want to take care of something together. I do think that quarantine has brought that idea to many, couples' heads. I know me, myself, I don't have a dog right now, but I have even thought about getting a dog, because they bring so much happiness to your life. And we're all home, feeling bored, needing some company. And, what more company can you get than a little cuddly puppy?
Seriously. And the way that your pets greet you, it's like I can step outside to the store for 5 minutes. The minute I get back, Dexter is so stoked to see me like he hasn't seen me in days. Nobody reacts to me like that. None of my friends react to me like that. My family doesn't care when I walk in. Dexter cares.
Dexter cares. Dexter really feels it. When you leave, Dexter feels it in his whole body. And he knows when you
tell me that. That's why I don't leave. That's why I don't go anywhere. That's why friends will be like, "Oh, you want to hang out?" No, I'm hanging out with my dog.
Yeah, dogs come with a lot of responsibility, and it's very, very hard, to have a dog and go on with normal life. Your life changes. Just like when you have a baby, your life changes when you have a pet together. So maybe Sean and Camille will spend some more time at home.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Which is good and safe. But let's move on to this next news, because we had a little breaking news yesterday, T-Tribe. I don't know if you saw this, but Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erica Jane announced yesterday that she will be divorcing her husband, Tom Girardi, after a little over 20 years of marriage. So, however, this divorce may not be as smooth as Cardi B's divorce went, because Erica has already admitted that she does not have a prenup in place. So, speaking on Andy Cohen's Then and Now in 2017, Erica talked about why she didn't opt for a prenup when she was married. She said, quote, "But let me tell you something. Let me be very clear. I'm married to a very powerful lawyer. A prenup wouldn't stand in his way anyway. So it doesn't matter whether you had one or you didn't. It's going to be all Tom's way, I assure you. He'll rip that piece of paper to shreds in 2 seconds." So, now, some people will say this doesn't look too good for the housewife, especially since there's a little reason to believe the divorce will be anything but a messy affair. Do you think this will be a major plot on next season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Do you think Erica stands to lose a lot during this divorce?
So, okay, I don't think she's going to lose a lot in this divorce. I think that as weird as this relationship has been in our eyes, there is some sort of deep love between them. I'm not saying they're in love. Maybe they were never in love, but there is love, respect, 21 years to be with somebody that you are just like, about? No, 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 no. So like, I don't know what is between them, but there's something real there, whether it's a friendship, a something. So I don't think that she is going to lose a lot. And will she get everything she needs? I think so. I think she's going to get everything she needs and then some. Will we see this in the show? I'm going to say that we're going to get a little bit of it, but I don't think it's going to be a major plot. Like Erica has always been very private. And so I don't see this being that big. That's what I think. I also don't think it's going to be messy. Like people are thinking, I think this is going to be pretty simple. Like she said, he is a lawyer. He knows what he's doing. She's not going to fight it. She's just going to be like, great, give me a plane, give me some money. Thank you so much for the last 21 years of my life. I appreciate it. Like, I really think it's going to be like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we have to remember that the way Erica tells the story, Tom came into her life at a very, necessary time. She was a single mother. She was young. She was working in Beverly Hills when they met. They stayed together for 20 years. And anytime Erica talks about Tom on the show, it's very respectful. There is a mutual respect, love, appreciation that goes on in this couple. So is this shocking? No. Is it sad? Yes. But like you said, do I think it's going to be very messy? No, because I think that they know what's going on. They'll handle it. And at the end of the day, these two people love each other very much and will make it clean. When it comes to the show, like you said, Erica is also very private. So I could see it going one of two ways. I could see, her really feeling this freedom that she's wanted to feel for years. When we get a little bit more insight into the divorce, which we may never get, knowing Erica, but if we do get more insight that this is, something that they mutually agreed on and, the relationship had run its course, maybe we'll see single Erica. But I also could see it, be very private. Erica keeps a lot of her emotions to herself. She may not want to talk about it at all on the show. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I wish her and him the best. And I hope it's just clean and that chapter just closes very respectfully.
For sure. And I was gonna say, like, I'm with you. I hope we see a different side of Erica. I hope we see something in that she does like feel a sense of not even freedom. I think both of them are just at a different point in their lives, like it's not even that she's going to feel freedom, but she's going into a different part of her life. And I hope we see a different, more open side of Erica.
And I'm pretty sure, Erica spoke on the show how Erica Jane, that was created was supported by Tom, and I'm sure, she's been very open about it, that he financed a lot of, I'm sure recording sessions, wardrobe, tours, things that, she needed. Of course, she makes her own money now with Real Housewives and her own Erica Jane brand. But in the beginning stages of this dream that she had, Tom was there for her. And of course, to help take care and raise her son as well. So all in all, I'm just interested to see how it plays out. And if we do see single Erica, that'll be fun too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to it, to see what we get. We might not get anything on the divorce, like you said, but maybe we'll get more Erica, and that's what's exciting about it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to this next news because Bella Hadid got to bond with her mom, Yolanda, in an incredible way yesterday. Posting to her Instagram, Bella showed off a series of photos with her mom going to the polls for the first time. This is pretty interesting. Bella was so proud of her mom, who just became an American citizen recently and got the chance to vote in this year's presidential election. She captioned the photo, quote, "Took my mama to vote for the first time today. She became an American citizen just recently, and this year she was so determined to get out and vote. I am so proud of her, wearing our best blues." So such a cute story. Glad to see the two of them were able to kind of share this moment together. Monty, what did you think of the photo? And did you know that Yolanda wasn't an American citizen all this time?
I did not know, but I'm not necessarily surprised by it either. And the picture is so cute. I mean, I remember my first time voting which was just 4 years ago. So I get it. Very exciting times. And so I think it's really sweet and cute that all of these people are voting for the very first time. It is exciting. Like, I get it, you know? But I had no idea. I had no idea she wasn't a US citizen. It's such a process, and you can say a legal alien, a legal resident, as long as you want. You can file the paperwork to become a US citizen. I know all about it. It is not an easy thing. It takes a minute, and so I get it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's interesting to learn that. I didn't necessarily know that while she was on the show. It would have been kind of cool to learn more about that on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and learn more about that process. Of course, Yolanda left the show a few years ago, so maybe it wasn't even part of her life at that time. But
Right.
it's interesting to learn, and happy for them that they could share that moment together.
For sure.
Well, listen to this next news, because Kendall Jenner and all of the friends who attended her Halloween birthday party last Saturday night have been receiving a lot of hate from fans online over the lack of masks and social distancing. Of course, we spoke about this on the show. Well, some fans noticed that Miley Cyrus was not in attendance at the event, and after doing some digging, we're speculating whether or not Miley had unfollowed everyone from the party for not social distancing. Well, Miley can speak for herself, and that is exactly what she did. Responding to a fan account that tried to show that she had unfollowed people at the party, such as Kendall, The Weeknd, Kylie, and more, Miley commented, quote, "Never followed any of them to begin with. Let's stop talking about who I follow on the damn gram and talk about voting. One day to go. Hashtag Biden Harris." So Miley certainly shut that down quick. What did you think of the fans trying to bring Miley into this situation? And do you think it was fair to drag her into it?
No, bro, like what? You have way too much time on your hands to try and stir up something for no reason. Like, if there was a reason for us to think that there was feuds in the past, this and that, but never. I've never really seen them cross paths, but nobody ever says anything about the other. Like, I don't get what? Why? Why do people do this, Alex? I don't understand.
I do not understand this as well. And yeah, there wasn't necessarily any beef or any drama that we heard about between Miley and any of the celebrities I just named, where a fan would go to this extent. I would understand it a little bit more if there was something going on and this fan was trying to get to the bottom of it. But to just do this investigation and cause this unnecessary drama, I just don't understand. And I love how Miley responded. It's also interesting to learn that she doesn't follow any of these people. But a lot of celebrities, I feel, do that. You know what I mean? Like, as I've mentioned on the show before, some celebrities use social media strictly for promoting. They're not really engaged in the way where they're commenting on people's photos or liking them. So maybe Miley is one of those people. I don't see Miley as that celebrity that doesn't follow anyone, but who knows? Maybe she did a quick wipe of everyone right now.
Yeah, but it's also so easy. Even if you don't follow someone, it's still so easy to see their stuff. It's not like it's a difficult thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's celebrities that I don't follow, but like I'll look them up if I hear something and then I just see what they've posted, but I don't necessarily follow them. And so it's not that I don't find it rude at all. And I think you're right. A lot of these people use social media as more of a business side of things, and they're not in it the way we are, like to follow celebrities or our friends who don't live near us and stuff like that. So it doesn't surprise me at all that she said that. But again, it's more like I'm more stuck on the fan who decided to make this a thing when it's not a thing, bro. Like, what?
I know. I will never understand that. All right. Well, let's move on to our new music spotlight, because we got some BTS news. So BTS Army, if you're there in the chat, show some love, because you have some new music to start raving about from the chart-topping band. BTS just unveiled the name of their lead single from their upcoming album called Life Goes On. The album is set to release this November 20th. And right after the album release, BTS will be making their American Music Awards debut, performing Life Goes On for the show. Now, the AMAs are set to air on November 22nd, so this all just makes sense. Are you excited about this new music news, Monsi, T-Tribe? And have you, signed on to the K-pop fan group yet?
I am getting on to signing up fully. Like, for sure, I'm listening to it, but I'm not devoted like others yet. But they are really fun to watch. I mean, like, even their videos, their performances, like, they're so fun. They're, a factory created talent, and they're all very talented. And so seeing them perform, you get sucked in. Their music for me is fun, even though I can't sing along to all their songs, but I do enjoy it. It's nice to just kind of learn about a different style of music that we didn't grow up with, that we don't really know anything about. So I'm stoked on it. They're not going anywhere, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep delivering and, topping the charts. I'm excited to see their performance at the American Music Awards. Again, every time an award show comes up this year and it's gone virtual, it upsets my heart a little bit because I have such amazing memories covering these red carpets. I did go to the American Music Awards last year, and it's cool because it brings all music together. So it was one of my favorite award shows. I saw Taylor Swift on the red carpet in person before there. So that was a cool moment. And I'm excited to see them perform this song. I also like the message behind Life Goes On, and I think the entire album will have this underlying message that even in this new normal, our life will go on and we will survive. And so I like kind of the message behind the music as well.
For sure.
Well, let's move on to this next Lana Del Rey news. Lana Del Rey made the docket today because she has some big shoes to fill as she prepares a cover for the Liverpool FC, a soccer team in England, documentary. So posting to her Instagram account yesterday, Lana showed off an a cappella version of her cover for the song You'll Never Walk Alone, the anthem to the Liverpool team. Take a listen to the snippet Lana graced us with right now.
Yeah. On through the wind, walk on through the rain, on with hope in your heart.
Now, Lana is set to cover the song, as I just mentioned, for an upcoming documentary about the soccer club, which does not have a release date yet. This follows her recent single release of Let Me Love You Like a Woman from her upcoming album, Chemtrails Over Country Clubs. The new album has been pushed back and looks like it will be released this January, so we have something to look forward to. What did you think about this cover? It's a little opera.
A little bit.
And yeah, I'm excited for new music from Lana in general.
Yeah, I like Lana Del Rey. She has such a pretty voice. Like, she's one of those natural talents, as you can see. Like, that's not easy to do, especially a cappella. You can easily kind of hear someone's pitch go wrong when it's a cappella. She, to me, just has a very natural, beautiful voice, and she's different. So I like that about her. She's not a typical artist. Her music is not typical. I love that about her. I'm not going to necessarily work out to her music, but I do listen to Lana Del Rey, and I think it's great that she's singing the song for Liverpool Football Club. That's so awesome. That's like their thing. Like, those fans are going to die hearing her say that. Like, that is it's on their crest, on their jersey. Like, it is a thing with these fans, and like, they will not leave the stadiums, the stands, if they're losing. Like, they're not going to let them walk alone. It's like such a beautiful thing that Liverpool has with its fans, and it's great. I love it. I'm about it.
Yeah, isn't that so special that fans can be so powerful and so supportive? I mean, fans are crazy. Like, in a good way, like, they will support you till the end. And I really, really appreciate that. I love, her version of the song. It's different. It's something we're not used to. And like you said, she's just a different artist. She's unique, and that's what makes her so special. And I've always loved her for that reason. So I'm excited. I'm also maybe going to tune into the documentary and learn more about the Liverpool team, right?
Yes, you should. Listen, soccer is the one world sport. Like, here we are talking about fans. Because, NBA is US, and yes, we get players from all over the world. But soccer, World Cup, it is the thing that literally people, it's part of their souls. You know what I mean? And like, I grew up in a very soccer family. My brother played soccer, won world championships, was like the MVP of the nation. Like, soccer is a big part of our life. And so the power and like what you said, the fans, like it's important to them. It is part of their life. And so this documentary, you love documentaries, you should definitely watch it. I'm for sure gonna watch it because I'm a big sports fan. But you'll see like the history of like football, especially in Europe, because it's not like MLS here. It's it's way much more than that. Like they send kids when they're 14 to like go prepare to play for Barcelona, like it is like a thing, just like we're talking about K-pop artists who are like sent when they're 13 years old to be created. Same thing happens when it comes to these soccer clubs. It is intense.
Yeah, soccer is probably one of the sports that I know the least about, to be honest. So this is why I'm so interested. I did see in Barcelona, speaking of Barcelona, I saw Barcelona and Madrid play. And I have the merch. It's like a scarf. Is one of my favorite things that I own. And I know that that's such an important game, and I was there to see that. So that was really cool. But I'm excited to learn more about it. And, because I only really know David Beckham and kind of some rules about the game, and that's all I know about soccer. So, but Messi, I know Messi because I went to the Barcelona and Madrid game.
I was just gonna say, like, you met. Hello.
I know, and I heard Messi all over the place. So I know too. Yeah,
he's a god. He's a god over there. And there was like issues with Barcelona in the last couple months, but that's a separate conversation. But I'm super jealous that you got to see that. That you're right. Like that is like on a bucket list for anyone who's like a soccer or sports fan. That's a game that's like on a bucket list.
Yeah. So I was visiting friends abroad, and I swear we didn't have tickets. I showed up right in front, bought tickets from like a scalper outside. Didn't even know if I had real tickets. They ended up being okay, and I got in and watched this iconic game, and I don't know how it happened, but it was great.
That's awesome, and that's the best type of story. It's like it wasn't planned. We said let's do it, and we were there. That's awesome. Super jealous.
Love it, love it. All right, well, let's move on to our car Jenner tea time because we got to get into those gates. Beep, beep, let us in. We are here to see the car Jenners because despite the drama going on with Blac Chyna, Rob Kardashian can always rely on his mom, Kris, to support him. Now, speaking in a podcast interview with Dancing with the Stars, AJ McLean and Cheryl Burke on the show Pretty Messed Up, Kris talked about her son as an incredible father and how he has really impressed her as a dad. So she said, quote, "He's so good. He is so good. He's really great. His daughter Dream is great, and he's so in love with that kid. He's such a great dad, and you never know. You have kids, they grow up, they have their kids, and you just don't know how somebody's going to be as a parent. But he's just, wow, just really is amazing." So Rob has always been a bit more behind the scenes as far as, the Kar Jenner fam is concerned. And it is heartwarming to hear Kris talk about his dad skills and, show us that he's a great dad. So do you think we'll be able to see more of Rob and possibly Dream on the rest of the seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
I think we'll see a little bit more of Rob. At least I'm hoping. I don't know if we're going to see Dream. I don't know. There's so much drama that I don't know if we're going to get to see that, but I'm really not surprised that he is a good father. He grew up with a ton of ladies surrounding him. So he probably has developed patience like nobody else has. He definitely has a different understanding being surrounded, especially when your siblings are the Jenners. You know, like I am totally not surprised that he's a good father to this beautiful little girl. It's just nice to hear Kris, you know, be so proud of him, because she doesn't really get to talk about him a lot. She always gets to talk about everybody else, all the other offspring she's given birth to. So it's nice that she got to talk about him, and I believe it. It does not surprise me.
I agree. You know, Rob is kind of in the shadows by choice, but also in general. And so, like you said, it's nice to hear Kris kind of put him on this pedestal and, you know, gush over how great of a father is. You know, Rob lost his father at a young age, and it's always been something that he struggles with and is very emotional about. So I honestly think that drives him to be a great father. And I think that he wants to, you know, have all those memories that unfortunately and sadly he can't continue to have with his own father. So I love this story. I do think we'll see more of Rob, but like you said, I don't know if we'll see a lot of Dream because there's another parent involved. And as we were reported before, the relationship is not so great, the co-parenting
No
thing.
bueno. No bueno.
Not much of Dream. Hopefully we'll get some here and there because, you know, when she's with Rob, hopefully we'll get a little bit of Dream, but definitely Rob, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We have to. It's coming to the end. We have to get a little bit more Rob. And I don't think we're asking for much. Rob is part of it. He was there at the beginning. Let's close this out. Let him be a part of this at the end. And I hope he wants to be a part of it. You know, like I hope he's there willingly and it's not that he's being pushed. And we don't need a lot. We just want to see Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he will. You know, he's also grown a lot since the beginning of the show. He's matured as a man. He's now a father. So maybe he'll look at it differently and maybe he'll want to kind of end this last season with his family, the way they started, and on a high note. So I'm excited to see that. Yeah. But let's move on to this next news about Rain Disick, because, I don't know, maybe they're just getting older, but Courtney's kids are so cute. Posted to her Instagram stories, Auntie Kim K showed off an adorable conversation that she had with her nephew, Rain. So Rain seems to be a little misled in how old the grown-ups in his life are, however. Take a look at this right now.
Kiki, are you 26? You look like you're 26.
I look like I'm 26 years old? Guess how old I really am.
25.
Oh, you get even better and better.
Oh, God. 40.
Ah, I am 40.
Oh, no. I guess.
Do you think I look 40?
Yeah.
I thought you just said I'm 26.
Yeah, you are 26.
I thought you said I look 26.
Can I have this?
Yes. I thought you said I
Apple
look...
juice is for sale, and you must drink this apple juice.
Okay, wait.
For sale.
I just want to get back to the age thing. Do you think I look 25 or 26 or 40?
Bye. I'm not doing this. Mom.
What?
Mommy.
You need to answer. Okay, 1 second, baby.
I'm having two.
Wait, I need to know this. Do I look... Okay. Okay. Do you think I look...
Okay, I'm in your spot. I'm having two jelly.
Do you think I look 25 or 26 or 40?
Kim was having a full-blown therapy session in that clip. You know what I mean? She wanted to get the answer right. And I think she liked his first answer, as any, you know, woman would. But listen, kids repeat things, and I know me, I'm going to tell my kid that I am 21 forever, because then that is the information that he or she will relay to the rest of the world. So I loved this. What did you think about this clip?
If I was Rain, I would have been like, Kim, leave me alone. I just told you. Let me drink my Capri Sun, bro. Man, he was so ready to just snap that phone out of her hand. It was so funny. But also, Kim, of course he doesn't think you look 40. Nobody thinks you look 40. Have you seen you? You could go, too bad everybody knows who Kim is. But if I were to find somebody in the world, which would be hard, who doesn't know who Kim Kardashian is, and I just showed them a photo, and I was like, how old do you think this person is? Nobody would say 40, and it wouldn't surprise me if somebody was like 29, 30. Like, what are you surprised about, Kim? Come on.
I mean, at the end of the day, of course, Kim looks great. And however you feel about her, but I just love that she was really trying to, get to the bottom of it. Like she needed to know whether Rain thought she was 26 or 40. Of course, I'm sure turning 40, can have a little crisis turning 40 and feeling a certain type of way. So we definitely saw that play out.
Going back to the Lizzo thing where it's like you could be very confident, but there's many people after their confidence on the surface, they feel something on the inside. And this is a perfect example of that. It's like, here's Kim just wanting to hear that she doesn't look 40 when she doesn't. But it's a perfect example.
I relate to that. You have to relate to that, as a woman or a man, we all want to look younger at sometimes. And so just hearing that, was a little relatable, but also you saw how intense their house is. I mean, there are so many kids. You just got a little taste of Kim's life. You know what I mean?
Seriously, I literally was like, oh my gosh, I would not be able to handle that. I can barely handle my dog. So I'm going to be telling your kids, Alex, because I don't see me having kids. I'm going to be telling your kids that I'm 22 and the coolest person in the world so that they can just repeat that.
Every adult is 22 in my world. But you got to give Rain a little break because as, I don't know, a 5-year-old or however old Rain is, 26 and 40 are basically the same thing. So he just knew it was older than him. Kim was older than him,
Right.
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right. Oh my God. I want to shout out Brittany who says she needs to hear it from a kid because she knows they're all brutally honest, LOL. So true, Brittany. Like I said, kids relay anything you tell them, and they are brutally honest. So maybe she did need to hear it.
Yeah. And Lady T Joy says, if he didn't have the back of the couch blocking him, I feel like he would have run. Exactly. He was like kind of cornered. He's like, how do I get out? I got this woman in front of me. I want to drink this Capri Sun. How do I get out? I would have just, no, as a 5-year-old, he could have tumbled over it.
Right. Speaking of Capri Suns, my mind went a whole nother place when you said Capri Sun. I loved Capri Suns as a child. Are you a fan of Capri Suns?
Girl, that's what I had after every football, soccer, baseball, volleyball, basketball. I played all sports. After every game, that's what you had. You had a Capri Sun with a little bag of like Doritos or Cheetos or something. And now I can't even drink half of a Capri Sun. It is too sweet. I cannot do it.
I know. It's so funny when you go back and you eat or drink some of the things you did as a child and your taste buds have completely changed and you're like, this was good? Like, I enjoyed this sometimes.
Right. No, it's a cavity. Like, I'm drinking a cavity right now, you guys. Like, I cannot do it. And it just makes me more thirsty. Like, as I've gotten older, I realize, like, how much I enjoy water because some drinks are delicious, but they make me thirsty. And then I end up drinking water anyway. Because I can't handle drinks. I can't.
Yeah. Amanda says, hell yes, Pacific Cooler. That was the flavor. Brittany says, Capri Suns on the beach always. Neuro says, I still love Capri Suns. Oh my God, amazing. But let's move on to this next news because Kylie Jenner has got some pretty famous nannies to watch over Stormi. Posting to her Instagram stories last night, Kylie showed off this sunset photo of Hailey Bieber playing in an infinity pool with Stormi. Now, the hangout comes after a fun-filled weekend to celebrate Kendall's 25th, and looks like they may be at Chris's Palm Desert compound for the play date, possibly Courtney's. We don't know exactly where they are, but Hailey and Justin have been close to the famous family for a while now, but I don't think we have necessarily seen Hailey in the fun aunt role quite yet. So what did you think of this photo? And do you think Kylie has just found herself a new babysitter?
No, I don't think she found herself a new babysitter. She just has her cool, fun aunt for the day, which makes an appearance every now and then, which is the photo is so cute. When I saw it, I was like, who is that? We obviously knew that it was Stormi, but like, who else? You know what I mean? Like, who else? And the tag for Haley was so small that I actually like didn't even see it until way later. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. That's so cute. And that's like me. I am like the cool, fun aunt to all my friends. Like I show up, I play for a couple of hours, and then I bounce real quick after they get a little crazy.
It's always great when you're the fun aunt or the friend and you just show up and then you can give the baby back. You know what I mean? Brittany says Haley has said Stormy gives her baby fever. LOL. I'm sure. I mean, when you're I don't know about you, Monsi, but at least, you know, when I'm around children and all of that, to an extent, it's like, oh, this is cute, so sweet, you know, having a little something of your own. I know you can't relate, but, you know, I feel like being around, it makes you, gives you a little baby fever. So I love that. I'm sure, you know, hanging out at Kendall's this weekend, they were like, we need to get together more often because, of course, Justin has been a friend of the family for a long time. But, you know, this just makes sense right after Kendall's for them to hang out again. But Amanda says, I love being the fun aunt. I get them kids all hyped up and give them back to my sis. Yeah, that's the way to go until you're ready for your own, or if you're never ready. Okay, let's get into our OMT story. Yeah. All right, let's get into our OMT story of the day. We're talking about Mr. Kanye West, who has dropped out of the election. So he didn't quite make it this year for the presidential race, not even getting added on to many of the state ballots in an unsuccessful bid for the presidency. Conceding the race, that was honestly lost for him months ago, as some said. Kanye didn't let his supporters down as he gave us a sneak peek into what we can expect in the years to come from him. So posting to Twitter last night as the ballots started to get counted, Kanye tweeted out, well, Kanye 2024, along with this photo. So I guess we have more political Kanye to look forward to the next time around. Do you think Kanye will actually run again in 2024? And do you think it is wise for him to go through this whole process again?
All right. So, do I think he'll do it? Possibly. Like, it wouldn't surprise me. I just hope he finds a different hobby and doesn't do it. That's all. But it wouldn't surprise me if we're talking about this in 3 years that he's trying to get on the ballot. Would not surprise me. But I mean, Kanye, like, you didn't even make it on the 50 states ballots. Like, you were never gonna win, bro. Why are you surprised? You didn't even. It made me laugh. Welp, that made me laugh. That word is funny to me. But you didn't, Kanye. You didn't really think you had a chance, did you? There's no way. There's no way. And
he did. He very well. He had a chance.
Pero like you weren't even on all the ballots. Like you weren't even an option. I know that people could write it in, but you could write my name in. We had the same chances, Kanye, you and me. We weren't gonna make it.
Yeah, I don't know, but this doesn't surprise me at all. I think he will be back 2024. I mean, he said he would come in 2020. He showed up. I think he will go to this extreme to come back in 2024. Do I think he should waste his energy? Probably not, but I also think that definitely not. But I think that it would not surprise me if he comes back in 2024 with a full campaign once again, because that's just what Kanye does, you know?
Sure. But it's like, Kanye, it's so much money. Like you spent, I read it, but I already forgot the number on how much money he spent to make it on the like 10 states ballots, 13 ballots he made it on. It's so much money. And this, why do you want to be president when you don't know anything of the political side? Like, it's just kind of like, dude, you have so much homework to do. So if you really want to run for president in 4 years, you better start doing your homework right now. And you have to prove to a lot of us that you're taking this seriously and you've actually studied into policies and what's happened in the last at least 50, 100 years in the US. Like, there's so much homework you have to do in order for me to take you seriously.
Yeah, I want to shout out Courtney in the chat who's saying, I wonder how Kim feels about this. yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, we've spoke about this on the show before, like Kanye has to deal with his mental health and get the help he needs and deserves before he can focus on a presidential campaign. I'm sure, you know, Kim probably has her own feelings on Kanye tweeting this again. You know, it's just hard. It's hard in general when a lot of times, you know, your significant other feels like out of your control. I also think that Kim's kind of passion and desire to become a lawyer may have had some, you know, effect on Kanye running for president, because he thinks, you know, if Kim's going to be a lawyer, I should get into politics and policies as well, right?
Right. And I totally agree with you. But at the same time, Kim, I feel like is actually trying to study. She's got to take a test. Like, she can't just be a lawyer, you know? And I feel like the way Kanye is treating this, he's like, oh, I can just be president. And it's like, no, that's not how this works. I'm sorry to tell you. But
I agree with you. If he does the work, then that's his prerogative, because, you know, any American citizen of a certain age can run for president. So he does have that right. But like you said, do the work. Kim's doing the work. You know, I appreciate people that educate themselves the right way. Let's see what the chat is saying.
To add to it, sorry, just to add to it, it's like, Kanye, if this is something that you truly believe, then you need to become involved in politics and help somebody in the next election. You should help their campaign and you should learn. Like, there are ways to do this if you're serious about it. It's just that the way he has handled it from the get-go, to many of us, it comes off as a joke and it's not funny. But if you're serious, you can do this. You're young. Do you not see the presidents we got running? They're like 100 years old. You got time to do it. You don't have to do it in 4 years, but you have to take it seriously for anyone else to take you seriously.
100%. Great point. Paula says he needs to just go back to music. Stick to what you are, Kanye, not what you are not. Tamara says maybe Kanye wants to be president because Kim is trying to be a lawyer. Oh, yes, Tamara, we touched on that. We agree that could be some reasoning behind his desire. Christy in Kentucky says Kim does not care. She's probably glad she's got a few years before he starts this crap all over again. Yeah, I mean, Lady T Joy, this is a good point. A lot of lawyers studied political science. I wonder how much Kim knows about all of the political policies. Maybe he's counting on her to help him run things. Yeah, of course, if Kanye, you know, potentially won, then Kim would be the first lady. So I don't think it hurts. I think it's great that you know, she's educating herself, and hopefully he will as well, if that's his true passion. But yeah, I think he should stick to music because, you know, he is a genius in that way, in his artistry. Let's just say that. I will not take that away from him. You know, he does create amazing music, and that's that.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Yeah. On that note, Monty, that's all the tea we have to spill today. What a great show. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. We'd have no more, but tomorrow we will have more. Same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, for Thick Thursday. Our docket is always thick with celebrity news. Monty, thanks again for joining me today. And if they want another dose of you, where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me across social media, although you'll notice I am most active on Instagram, for sure. I love Instagram. But you can find me across social media at Monty Bolanos, which you can see right here. And I'll be doing a celeb bite later on for Hollyscoop, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. And Alex, where can they find you?
You can find me as well on all social media platforms at Alex Shipman, just like my name. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe so we can bring you the morning tea every single morning. And if you're an after sipper, make sure you share your thoughts in the comments below, because we love to hear all you have to say about the celebrity tea we're spilling every morning. And on that note, Monty, time to wash our hands clean and we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye, T Tribe. Mwah.